We have a Bible box from prior to 1699. You see it says right there 1699. That was the marriage between whoever S was and whoever T was. And there's a heart. 1699. Generally speaking, on these Bible boxes, if the Bible box was made at the time of the marriage, not before the marriage, they generally put it down here on the frieze, somewhere on this decoration here. So this box was made previously to the marriage, and so they put it up here. It was their way of showing the public their marriage. Since they didn't have photographs back then, they would have displayed this box in a public area, and everybody would know the date in which S, whoever that is, married T in 1699. So these are called Bible boxes because they held Bibles. Bibles back then were very valuable. If a thief came in your home, that's what they looked for, a Bible, because they could sell it for a lot of money. And this is a really nice one, probably made around 1680s. You could see all the hand carving there. Up there you could see the wood, the inlay, triangle inlay. I don't know what this design is, but you can see the stippling. The stippling is not in the raised part of the wood, but the lower part there. There's the original lock. Nice. This is all made prior to 1699. And of course, they kept a lot of things in a Bible box. And you come up here, these are made out of oak, the original outside hinges. Those are the original rosehead nails. Beautiful hinges on the other side. Butterfly hinges were made from 1650 to about 1710. When hinges began to be placed inside. Notice how this is on the outside. Even today, hinges are placed on the inside. And all the work on the edge. They really took pride in this type of work. And it has a lock, as you could see, because the lock was to keep people out. But this has two locks. And it has a very unusual lock on the inside. So let me open it up. Just open it up there. And I put this on my couch, it gets better light. And there's your clasp with more rosehead nails. All the handmade stuff. I don't know about this, but here's your drawers on the inside. And this has a very unusual locking system. I'll take this drawer out. They're kind of hard to come out because they're... So I'll take this drawer out and put it on the floor. I'll take this drawer out and put it on the floor. And I'll take this drawer out and put it on the floor. And notice that on the floor here, there are no pulls. Absolutely no pulls. How do you open this up? Well, you open it because the bottom, see, the bottom, you can get your finger under there. But once the middle drawer here is locked, see how see how this is? And it goes behind it. So if you can't open this drawer, you can't open this. See how it's interlocked there? And that's how they did this. And the lock on the inside, if you could see in here, I can put my finger up here. There was a little, I'll show it to you, a little springboard that would clasp on this. And you couldn't open it unless you put your finger up and lifted that spring, which got that part of the spring above this board, and you could pull it out. And I'll show you that spring. And there it is right there. See? That's that spring. This is all made of oak, all handmade. Everything on this is handmade. The same with this. See? Beautiful rosehead nails, if I can get it to focus. Look at that, beautiful nails made prior to 1690. All made by a blacksmith. Same on this one here. This has quite a few. Remember, nails back then were very, very expensive. Rosehead nails. And the reason why they call them rosehead nails, as you could see on that right nail, there's 4 hammer blows. It looks like a flower. Every time the blacksmith took his hammer and did a blow on the piece of metal, you got one of those petals, those 4 petals that you see. So you could see 4. It wasn't always 4 blows. Could be 3, could be 2. Those are all handmade. There's some more. That's what you look for. But this is very interesting in how they did that lock. And you could see, I got the wrong one here. You could see, and then you just put it like that. And you could see, and you just put it like that. And if you couldn't open it because the side of the board of the case was here. And that's how they did it. This is all, I'm not sure if you could see the oils from the hands of 300 years. This has never been refinished. It's just such a beautiful piece. And they kept all their documents in here and things like that. I know the camera isn't focusing on anything right now. It's very humid today in New England, and the wood is expanding. I put a little paper here so that I don't want this to lock and then I can't lift up on it. So it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of wood that they did. Be interesting to know. I don't know where this was made. It's all oak. English made all oak Bible boxes, but so didn't the colonies here in America. So just a beautiful piece. Slant on it. This one has some of them were straight across. This has a slant, and you could write on it or read on it. Obviously, this person didn't want to write on it because they carved it. There's no ink stains anywhere because when you used a quill pen, even though they were very good at not dripping the ink, it wasn't 100%. You would always drip a little ink. So I don't know when this was made. I would say within 10 years of 1699, 1689 to 1698-ish. So a nice Bible box somewhere, I don't know where. Most likely New England, because that was the area at this time period that was the most settled. And usually you don't see these butterfly hinges. Those are with the original nails. It has survived all these years with its original rosehead nails. How many times has this been opened and closed? This was a highly valued piece in the 1600s. You could tell by the 6 and the 9. Of course, just make the 6 upside down, you got a 9. That's the way they wrote back then, that type of fashion. In a heart. As a heart is today for love, it was also back then. Thanks for watching.